Hello. The purpose of this video is to introduce you to the FMUC Learning Communities website, and we're going to discuss some of the features in the members only area of the website. When you're on the site, you'll see a number of learning communities that you can visit. We're going to use integrated health for the purposes of our example. When visitors go to one of the learning community pages, they will see two areas: a public-facing side and a members-only side. As you can see, there's information about the learning community for visitors who are coming by. It's an opportunity for them to learn what the objectives are, what the community is about. But there's also a members-only page, and in order to use these areas, you will have to log in with a Google account. We'll discuss that a little more in just a moment. We will be making use of a Google application called Google Groups. When someone becomes a member of a learning community, they are added to the Google group by email address. Each learning community has a unique email address. When a community member emails to the unique email address, all members of the community will receive an email. Additionally, the contents of that email are posted on the threaded discussion area. If a member does not have a Google account, he or she can still send emails and receive emails from the group or to the group, but will not be able to interface with the threaded discussion area. This begs the question, what's the advantage of using Google Groups over just emailing everybody in the group? Well, there are several reasons. First, when members post, others can reply and respond to the original post, and it is all kept within a threaded discussion rather than just a string of emails. Additionally, there can be topics added to those posts. Also, posts are searchable. And maybe one of the best benefits is if somebody new joins 6 months after the community starts, then all of the previous emails that went back and forth, all those discussions are unavailable to the new person. However, when they are posted to the threaded discussion area, a new person can go back and see all of the posts and responses from other participants. So it allows for greater communication and keeps that historical conversation. Another reason having a Google account and working through Google Groups is advantageous is because, as you can see from the screenshot, there's a lot of power in what you can do with the posts. Things that you can do as far as working with the post and within the post, as well as ways you can filter the posts. So let's look at the shared drive space. Again, we are utilizing Google. We're using Google Drive, and more specifically, something Google has is called a shared drive. So what this is a shared collaborative space. This is cloud storage that will allow you to store any file you wish. So it's not limited to certain file types. So you can store Google documents in here, Microsoft documents, video files, audio files, images, anything you want. When you store documents to this area, you're sharing them with everybody in the community. And likewise, if others share their documents in this area, then they are sharing the documents with the entire learning community as well. Of course, any documents stored in this area are exclusive to that community learning group. So even if you are a member of multiple learning communities, you will have different file storage space for each of those communities. In other words, the stuff that is stored within a specific learning community stays within that specific learning community, cannot be shared across platforms or across other communities. And so you can be part of many communities, but all of the shared documents are exclusive to the particular learning community that you are in at that point. So many times we've talked about Google as the platform that we are using, and there is a separate video that will discuss why we're using Google specifically versus some other platform. But the question becomes, do you have to have a Google account in order to participate in the learning community? And realistically, the answer is no, but you will be vastly limited in the functionality that you'll have. So if you do not have a Google account, then you can post messages to the threaded discussion area by simply emailing to the email address, the group email address of the particular learning community. And then all members will receive that email. Likewise, anytime a member posts to the learning community, you will receive an email. What you will not have access to is a threaded discussion or the shared drive space if you don't have a Google account. But the FMEC will create a Google account for you, completely free, of course. And so you can get all the functionality that you want that comes with the learning community and everything by having the Google account that the FMEC will create for you. There are additional advantages to having a Google account. Not only will you be able to use the Google Group application and the Shared Drive application, but once you have an account, you have full access to all of the applications that Google has. Through the FMEC, you will have a full account. This means you can utilize Google Meet, documents, forms, sheets, etc. Now, some of these may not be familiar to you if you don't use Google regularly or don't have a Google account, but training videos that we're going to put together to explain each one of these will help you understand how all of these can work. But to get started, if you have a Google account, you can at least utilize the Google Groups and Shared Drive applications. That will get you started, and then you can take this as far as you'd like to go and make all the use of the Google applications that you wish. So what's next? Well, if you're already a member of one of the learning communities, but you don't have a Google account, you can email me and I will set up an FMEC Google account for you, or you can create your own personal Gmail account by going out to Google and going through that process on your own. If you're not a member of one of the learning communities, then from the website, which is located at fmeclearningcommunities.net, you can click on the communities menu item, go to the very bottom and click on the request to join, and you will be taken to a form that will allow you to request to join one of the learning communities, one or more of the learning communities. We will receive that. If approved, then we will create an account for you upon your request. Or if you already have a Google account, you can just simply use a Google account you already have. With all this discussion of Google, some may be asking, well, what if I'm not very familiar with Google? And I would tell you not to worry. We are going to create videos that will train you on how to use all the different Google products. But the first videos that we create and put out are going to be for the most basic parts of the learning community. That is the Google Group, which will allow you to communicate in a threaded discussion format with other members and interact with them with all the power and capabilities that Google Groups has. Also, we will make it very simple for you to understand how to use the shared drive space. So you can watch videos on both of those, and you'll be up and running and being able to use the learning community features right away. And then beyond that, if you wish to use all the other features that Google has, we will have training videos out there to show you how you might be able to do this, or different things, different ways that you can make use of the Google applications. Now, the last thing we need to talk about is the fact that there is a real issue when it comes to Google or outside URLs, outside websites, third-party websites that are often blocked by hospitals. The FMEC has come to the realization and has experienced the fact that hospitals, for security purposes, are very tight when it comes to security. And so sometimes external links do not work from your email accounts, or sometimes Google is blocked. The FMEC is working around that, and it's one of the reasons we built the website, because while external links and such via email are often blocked by the firewalls of hospitals, you're still able to go to websites, and if we embed these features within a website, then you can make use of those. And so that's what we are doing with our website. So in most cases, you will have full access to all of this. there is a chance that you may not be able, from your hospital or the location that you're at, you may not be able to log into a Google account because your IT staff has blocked that. And if that's the case, we really can't do much about getting around what the IT staff at your hospital, your facility, has decided to do. But after hours, you can certainly work within these learning communities, and we will work personally with IT staffs at these locations to explain what we are doing and the security measures that we are putting in place. So if you run into this issue, it is certainly something that the FMEC can work with the IT staff of those locations, and hopefully be able to work out a scenario where they will allow our content to be accessible to you. Thank you for watching this video. The FMEC is committed to supporting these learning communities. We want to be a partner with you. And if there's anything we can do to help you through this process to make this website more usable or more functional, by all means, let us know. If you have any questions or suggestions, please contact Mike Corcoran at mike.corcoran, spelled Corcoran, @fmec.net. Thank you.